programs tonight on BBC One. At 7 o'clock, Tomorrow's World includes a look at the dangers of driving.
Don't worry, I've commandeered a vehicle.
The old trick, eh? Eat the telly before I get a chance to nick you.
It's a toaster?
Dalek,
You have been defeated. Surrender. You have failed.
Insufficient data.
is this world protected? Because you're not the first lot to have come here. Oh, there have been so many. And what you've got to ask is, what happened to them? Hello. I'm the Doctor.
And yes, he was, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he was. And I think always will be, right? Always will be. Love a bit of Matt Smith. I have no idea. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I am terribly sorry that I vanished, 10 minutes? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I had a bit of agita. Let me tell you, I had a bit of agita. Did I lose? Did everybody go? Literally everybody left. I can't believe it. Man. Okay, I've got lots to catch you up on. Up and down the stairs just now, like 3 times. Oh, no, he's back. This is Mark the Vicar. So let me wind back the chat. Fine. So, as I was saying, I have no clue. Putting together the disparate parts of this new Doctor Who. I was watching the montage of Matt Smith just now, right? And like all the other Doctors, and it all seems so in the same universe, right? In the same tone. Nothing I've seen. It seems tonally similar in any way to any Doctor Who I've seen before. Does that mean I won't like it? Does that mean it's a bad thing? That's a good question, right? Here's the thing. As it's being done by Rusty Davis, as opposed to Chris Chibnall. If I saw Chris Chibnall do Jinkxed Monsoon, I would be dismayed, right? Seeing Rusty Davis do it, though, it's somewhat different because I feel obligated to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Because this is clearly a new vision for Doctor Who. But they say it's completely authentic at the same time, which I'm finding, hard to pass. All the disparate elements, especially if Doomsday wasn't a cock up, right? It's like Doomsday seems to reasonably fit within the Doctor Who universe as presented right now, right? So and no, actually it doesn't. Doomsday looks like it's shit. Everything I've seen is quality. Even Jinkxed Monsoon's costume, it's well done, but like the context of such a character is well, if you saw my short, I said, look, Russell's going to need some very good writing to be able to pull it off, right? Because it seems, I don't know, have there been like theatrical pantomime villains like this before? I'm trying to think. I mean, Candyman, maybe? Hey, one sec. We need to do a quick peruse through a Doctor Who episode guide, okay? Just 1 second. Have them? I mean, I can't think of any of them. What? Yeah, what is it? One of the greatest lines in From Hell is when Dr. William Gull meets Neatly, his driver, right? Said, I want you to be with me on this mission, Neatly, and the driver goes, I can't think, sir. Says, quite so. That's precisely the reason. 1 second. What am I looking? Oh, Doctor Who episode guide. Sorry. I mean, what I've seen looks good. I have to tell you. I mean, look. Doing the like squeezing the Jinkxed Monsoon release just before all this very interesting Shooty and Millie stuff. Millie looks fantastic. I mean, like, absolutely fantastic, doesn't she? But we'll be looking at her shortly and drooling appropriately. But no, she does. She looks great. I mean, it's not just she's hot. She looks like kind of classy good. Okay, let's go back and see. Have there been pantomime villains like this? Because I can't think of a one. Fine, let's just share screen. Doink. Other Child, no. What, Tribal Cup, no. Daleks, no. Edge of Destruction, no. Marco Polo, no. Keys of Marinus, no. Aztecs, no. I mean, like, Litoxo, or whatever his name is, he was, dramatic. He was arch, but he wasn't like, Captain Weird. I mean, like, really? I mean, we're between Neil Patrick Harris and this guy. Then a lot of people are saying it's the same character, which will be interesting. Again, it all depends on the context. Reign of Fear, no. Okay, fine. Planet of Giants, no. Darling Vader, no. Rescue, no. Romans, maybe. I mean, Nero and I would say the Romans, and this is the closest tonally we've seen so far. Web Planet, no. Even like, you know, it was badly realized. Crusade, no. Space Museum, you had all the silly haircuts. Okay, you're veering into it with Space Museum, but not really. Okay, Chase, we had all the different ones. Nah, not really. No. Time Meddler. Okay, Time Meddler kind of fits. Yeah, famous actor. Yeah, Time Meddler definitely fit that. Yeah, but it still seems more grounded. But Time Meddler, yes. Okay, Galaxy 4. No, Marga was a product of a time. What shall we do, Marga? It was such a weird story. I will be leading now, Marga. It was like, I would like to see David Williams remake the entire thing, right? I think that would be hilarious, right? I think that'd be much better than Galaxy. Like, just play all the characters. I think that would be awesome, right? I don't know. Maybe have Stephen Noonan do the Doctor. Who would you have to play Stephen? I don't know. To find something for Stephen. Mythmakers, no. Dalek Master Plan, you know, you got the meddling monk still. No. Ark, no. Monoids, they were just aliens. No. Massacre. Massacre's great. But yeah, Massacre is a unappreciated complete classic. It is fantastic. Find yourself an audio of the Massacre. It's scary and brilliant, right? It really is very good. I think, and that introduces Dodo in a very weird way. Special Toymaker, yes. Okay, so you got Monk and Toymaker, fine. Gunfighters, Savages, War Machines, no. Big Doctor, always required. Yeah. I did like the Torchwood London, or whatever it's called, Torchwood, the one with Yvonne Hartman on Big Finish, where they had Wotan on a thumb drive, right? I thought that was really fun. Okay, Cybermen, no. Smugglers, no. Power of the Daleks, no. Highlanders, no. Underwater Menace. I mean, I guess, actually, yeah. Nothing in the world can stop me now. It might be Doctor Who. Okay, let's see if we can get it into color. Macro Terror, no. Faceless Ones, no. Evil of Daleks, fantastic, no. Doom Cybermen, no. Abominable Snowmen, no. Ice Warriors, no. Enemy World, no. Web of Fear, no. Fear and Deep, no. Weird in Space, no. Dominators. No, it's just they look culturally weird to us, but I don't think they were like goofy. They weren't like drag queens. Where are we up to? Mind Robber. Well, no, I mean, because the point of the Mind Robber is that he was so ordinary, right? In the end, that was the interesting thing. Tobias 4, no, but he doesn't have Tobias 4 if he had like superpowers, I guess, but he didn't have superpowers. Crotons, no. Caesar Death, love Caesar Death, no. Space Pirates, no. And War Games, I mean, the Time Lords, sort of, aren't they? I don't know. Fine. Spearhead, no. Okay. I guess the Master, he's kind of in there. No, but he's like much more dramatic. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get what he's saying, but this just seems so much more arch. All right. It seems Sarah Jane Adventures to me. Right, but then looking at Shooty and Millie, we're going to look at the picture of them soon. You know, in their 60s finery. Omega. Okay. The super Doctor Who. Yeah, one second. Let's see what they do. Doctor Who super villains. Master Dalek. No, not villains. Not adversaries. Okay, no. I don't want it in alphabetical. Can I get it in like preference order? I mean, vaguely. I mean, Helen A. I guess Helen A. Yeah, listen, I don't know. Maybe I debunk my own argument right here. Villains rank. Let's see what space says. Maybe they'll just give me a. But Daleks aren't a villain. They're an avid. Autons, no. Ood. No, a villain is there you go. Torch. No, Yvonne Hartman's a villain. A villain has to be a singular person. Okay, let's have a look. 20. Let's see what this has to say. Zygons. Okay, these are monsters. There's definitely monsters and villains. Let's see. Who's this? Silence. No. Madame Kavorian. That she's a villain. Okay, not really a memorable one. Sycorax. No. Sontar. These aren't villains. No. Oh, Flood. Actually, yes, I would say. I know Flood is because it was a Gestalt entity, right? So it's a bit of both, right? A bit of both. By the way, I think my viewing pleasure tonight is going to be pretty darn good because Star Trek Picard was delivered like in ways you can't even imagine, right? And my wife had brought me home a curry from Jerusalem. I don't. There are not many curry houses around, but in Jerusalem she just had it delivered to her office. So, that's fantastic. So I'm gonna have a curry and watch episodes 9 and 10 together because I think the clunky exposition I was annoyed about last week will make sense watching this as a movie, right? The Flood's actually a great little villain. They should really bring that back. They were really good. I should really watch that. Monks again, not villain. I don't know. They're like because again, I got the feeling they were like a Gestalt entity. People hated it. I don't know why. I thought they were fantastic. Right, that story was I thought it was great. I don't know what people didn't like about them. Right, they were really creepy. They had they had seemingly outwitted the Doctor, introduced it in an interesting way. I mean, I just thought it was all really, really good. Hang on. There we go. Doink. Okay, Family of Blood. That actually, I mean, I would say Brother Mine would be the villain. No, Monster. Heavenly Earth Monster. The Shadowkin. For tonight, we made that. What the hell is this one? I don't remember this. Oh, this is from Class. Leave me alone. Headless Monks. Yeah, more adversaries. Time Lords, I guess. The 456. Yeah, but no. Villains are the Master. Right? Davros is a villain. Okay, finally. Missy is a villain, I guess. Sideman is not. Master is a villain. No. That's Species. This is so annoying. Okay, most powerful villain. No, this YouTube. I don't want that. Okay, let's try Screen Rant. I mean, look, they're always good for a laugh. Okay, the Vasnarad did not out. Is this Mark Donaldson? Better not be Mark Donaldson. Thank God. Melanie McCready, she's actually worse, I think. No, none of these people outside of the Doctor. The Doctor won in all these adventures. All right, that's just what happened. I hate to tell you this. It's I don't know. Can anybody just give me a list? No. Zorbalov is actually actually these are actually these are villains, right? That's not the Black Guardian though. That's Mordred Undead. Bok is more of a monster. Borad. Okay, actually, this isn't a bad. Go away. This isn't a bad list. Celestial Toybag. That's a weird picture. Father Angelo. Oh, I remember. Yeah, not really. Harold Chase. Harold Chase was a villain. That's not Helen A, but that's Candyman. Okay, never mind. Maverick Chen. Max Capricorn. Okay, so that's a picture of Rani. Okay. Taran Capel. Taran Capel's a villain. The Beast is a villain. Oh, you beast. Okay, these people are getting on very nicely. Weeping Angel is a villain. That's it. We're done. We just got the snorking guys. Okay. Fine. I know. So here, let's get into it. I haven't even got to the chat yet. Let's do this first, then we'll get to the chat. Because I think this is pressing news, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know? I agree. It's pressing news. Here we go. So first I saw this on Twitter and I thought it was a goof. I thought it was like somebody pretending it was Shooty and it was like really Eddie Murphy or someone, right? Because it was walking kind of funny, bow-legged. And then after a little investigation, no, it really was. And also, I should have spotted it. I got that what's the name up right away. YouTube short. Bit of Millie in the background looking stunning. So I mean, look, this very traditional. Not very traditional. Here's the thing: we've never had a Doctor that changes clothes this much, and I'm sorry to be pedantic, but like we never have. It's freaking me out. Like, and not just changes of clothes. I was okay when it was like different versions of orange, but now it's like, okay, now you're going purple. I'm confused. It's like you have too much of a variety. You're dressing like a normal person with a lot of style, right? And looking fantastic. But I don't know, like it's unless this is a plot point, right? So yeah, at first I saw that, I was like, okay. Then very shortly after this came out, and yeah, listen, again. They look stunning, right? I mean, it's when I look at these, oh my god, Millie looks so good. I mean, she looks like a A-list movie star, right? This, I don't know, this looks like a Doctor. If I saw this as a picture of Doctor and a companion, I'll be a fuck yeah, oh yeah, that looks awesome, right? I mean, assuming the Shoot is the Doctor and Miller's the companion. If somebody just showed me that picture, I'm like. 100% I'm there, right? That looks crazy, right? And it looks like it really works as a Doctor and a companion, right? But it's also got they got this nice James Bondian thing going. Again, Millie's got those like model looks. It's funny when she's actually acting, she looks like a human being, but here she looks like a perfect model, right? But so does Shooty. I mean, man, this is a good looking Doctor companion, companion pairing. I mean, man, this is they look awfully good. I'll be using all these on thumbnails. I mean, look, she looks fantastic. I'm sorry, it looks absolutely fantastic, right? I'm sure they're going to be getting into racism of the day. I mean, that would be weird not to at that point. They also put out this picture. I mean, it's lovely. It really, for me, this really works. It might put you off. And also the hair's different. Like, what's up with that? Okay. But I think it looks very good, right? I think it looks very good. But it's just like, but it looks so different. Here's him filming. And a close up of his ring, somebody pointed out. So I am interested by that. I mean, again, I'm interested by this Doctor. He seems dangerous. And I got a little bit of footage, right? and then we'll go to story number 2. Here we go. Bit of location filming. It's a bloke walking down the street. That's it, baby. That's it. It's a bloke walking down the street. Fine. So this is for me. I find this exciting and encouraging, but only if I block out my mind. This that is like look. I got to see the character, right? I mean, this is a huge red flag for me. If it's like a I don't know. Look, I think by the time this comes out in 2024, drag will want to very much disassociate itself from trans, in my opinion. I think drag is going to want to disassociate itself, right, and go back to being. It's like there's not a D in. I mean, there's every letter they want, but I think it's. I think the world has significantly turned, and I think it's turning right now. Although, again, I've been thinking we're in a interesting fulcrum spot, right? Again, like things seem to be turning again. here's the thing. I very much live in the moment, right? And in the moment, I could see this working as a villain in another age, right? And I just went through and looked at them and said, this kind of fits in. It's just like if this is some kind of ethereal being, there's lots of reasons why it could be like this. But they also put out a video, and it doesn't get better with the video. Here it comes.
I'm Jinkxed Monsoon, and this is my costume for Doctor Who.
Yeah, that doesn't seem good. I'm sorry. I have to sit in context. Like Russell T Davies gets the benefit of the doubt. If that was Chris Chibnall's, I'll be like, this is, how do you make it worse than the worst thing anybody's ever seen ever? Right? But this is Russell T Davies, so he gets the benefit. I got to see what he's got to put on screen. Right? Well, shit, mate. I mean, like, it's like, why is there a pantomime dame? I don't understand. Like, why is there what is it like a playing card queen that just came out to life or something? Like, what's with the piano stuff? This is the type of Doctor Who I've never seen before. That's what I'm saying, right? So I like putting that together, like that with this, with Neil Patrick. I don't have a beat on it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the bottom line. I don't have a beat on it, right? I really genuinely have. There's not much I can tell you, right? There's What do I think it's going to be? Shit. Well, that's an interesting question because I just saw the end of Mando yesterday and I loved it. We're going to be doing a deep dive into that. I absolutely adored it, and I adored this season, quite frankly. And even though it adhered to the Disney mandate of making sure there's a minimally 50% or 70% female representation, right? I mean that's Jon Favreau was given his orders, right, and he followed them. But I hate to tell you, the thing he produced was quality and deeply authentically Star Wars. It really was authentically Star Wars, and it came from all eras, and it was very, I found it excellent, right? Absolutely excellent. So people have problems with it beyond the actual content, right? People have to say, well, this is part of a weird agenda, right? And the answer is, yeah, it is. But I judge things based on its merit, right? And I genuinely enjoyed Mando season 3, right? And I don't want to get into it too much because I really want to talk about more in depth when we get to the review. But I genuinely enjoyed Mando season 3. Especially the ending. I thought the ending was Return of the Jedi good. The second half of Return of the Jedi good. Really excellent. Like really paying off, right? And Picard as well. Like, man, it was just excellent. Oh my, I mean, like probably the best Trek I've ever seen. Right? And I'm waiting for SFX to come out digitally. It's supposed to come out today. Right? Let me see if it's out yet, because it's got Terry Matalas interview with it, which I'm sure we're going to be doing on Saturday, right? It's because I really want to go a little bit deep into Picard, and also what's potentially the future of Star Trek, right? The future of Star Trek is very much in wet clay right now. It can go in many different directions, and the success of Picard has really invigorated the franchise massively, right? So I would be surprised if Matalas doesn't get Star Trek Legacy, right? Which he 110% set up in an awesome way at the end of Picard. I mean, like, so awesome. I can't even tell you how awesome, right? I am so up for Star Trek Legacy. I'm just bummed it doesn't have Captain Liam Shaw in it, right? Who was awesome. Right, there is a way you could bring him back, right? But I can't tell you that without spoiling it. But before it got to that setup, it delivered and delivered and delivered perfectly. And I think Mando did the same thing, to be honest with you. Right? So, what's this Doctor Who going to be like is the question, right? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. Bits of it I like a lot. It depends. Again, it depends on what Jinkx's character is, how she integrates. I got to see it on screen. Right, I can't prejudge, because I don't like to be prejudiced. Now, again, it's not. Again, if it was like Chibnall or somebody else who doesn't have the track record of Rusty Davis, as like it was Chibnall or Kurtzman, right? I would be like, fuck off, leave me alone. This is absolutely going to be shit. There's no way this is not going to be shit, right? However, because it's RTD, I can't do that. Right, it's I don't feel it's right to do that. Right, I think he's earned me to get. Hey, listen, if he fucks this up, he fucks it up. Right, but I said I had high expectations. Right, going in. What are my expectations now? I'm confused. Right, I have confused expectations. Like I'm pretty sure I'm still a boy. Right, but I'm very confused expectations. Right, this looks fantastic. Right, bottom line, this looks fantastic. This looks silly. Yeah, this looks childish and non-threatening and silly. Right, and like it's like. If you're doing a drag character, so the character can be somewhat disconcerting without really realizing why, it's not a bad idea, right? I agree with it. It's not a bad idea, but in this day and age, I don't think it's appropriate, right? Because we live in really dark times. I'm like, mate, okay, look, please, can I just beg of you? The LGBTQ plus world. Could we all just agree if somebody's never had sex before, they shouldn't have their penis voluntarily cut off, right? No matter how much they tell you they want to do it, right? How much it pains them to have the penis, right? We shouldn't cut it off until they've had sex, until they're an adult and had sex, right? And, they should try it out. I mean, there's ways you can try it out. Without it, like it's okay, but that seems like I think we should all be able to agree with that. All sane people, right? Like, I mean, like, just all sane people should be able to agree with that on that fact, and we don't, right? But that seems like a good place we can agree. So that's my problem with it, and it just doesn't look very good. I mean, like, this just I can't see mixing with this, right? This is like super cool. This is silly. And nothing against Jinx. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, did Russell T Davis Jinx Doctor Who? Maybe, right? Maybe. I got to keep it on this because this just pisses me off and disturbs me. Oh. But it is a bit Matt Lucas-esque, right? It's a bit, what's it, Bubbles, or Grot Bags. I mean, like, okay, let's be frank, this doesn't seem any sillier to me than Grot Bags, right? I'm sorry. This is about maybe a little bit more sensible, but about the same as Grot Bags, right? If you don't, let me find an image of Grot Bags, okay? Grot Bags and Emu, right? Grot Bags. Here we go. And I'm not joking. I think they both got the same kind of like visibility. Yes. Okay. If they had this as a villain, when I show you, it would fit in with everything I've seen. Right? I want to be like, weirdly, that's true. Yeah. And I don't think it's good that it's true. Here, let me get these pictures. But it's really weird that it is true, right? It's really very odd. Hang on a second, doink, doink. Like that, I'm sorry. It's not a million miles, mate, is it? Come on. It's not. I mean, like, it seems to have the same level of believability. Doesn't it? I mean, like, yeah, I'm sorry, actually, but it does. Yeah. I like this is being a pantomime dame, whatever. But so it's not really scary unless we. I mean, it doesn't look scarier than this to me, right? So I don't know. Well, this looks cool to me. Although I am staring at Millie Gibson's eyes, going, yeah, whatever you want, darling. Let's get to the chat. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. How you doing? I take it Lonnie was here, or is here? I got my chat cut off. Oh, she cried. Oh, is that? She's had a chat cut off. Hello, Lonnie. How are you? And I guess Sir Devon of Kang Productions as well. Darren M is here. The Sword Engines is here. Mark the Vicar is here. How you doing, Mark the Vicar? Thank you for joining us. If I haven't mentioned you and you were on the early people, I didn't see you, right? Like, you got cut off. Could you say hello again? Where are we up to? Darren M is here. RJ is here. Morning, Governor. I do like your Sylvester McCoy avatar, right? That looks like the recent paintings they had, right? Which I thought were AI. I wasn't sure. Blast me interest here. I'm at work. Don't tell the man. Give it to the man, baby. Give it to the man. Or shove it to the man. I think the man takes it. Why are we giving it to the man? Man's got to buy it. I don't know. The man. Turning all my negatives and positives, I'm like using that big gap in a tooth as a permanent place to brush my teeth. Again, look, I gotta see it. Shoot his 70s episode. He joins a Black Panther party. Millie dances at Studio 54 and Jinkxed Bette Midler sings about that. Could be. Could be. You freeze up. Oh yeah, there we go. Fine. So I'm gone. His face XD. Yep, frozen rabbi. Technical difficulties. Trapped in some kind of time portal, says Mark the Vicar. We need Tom Baker. Tom Baker. Less than 5 minutes of Matt showing up, and he is a doctor, which is more than Dr. Narcy did in 3 seconds. Yeah, it's actually very true. It is true. It's a Black Guardian. China launched a missile. It's all over. Could be. Rabbi's just turning his corset around. Well, you know, I like to air it out, baby. I do like to air it out. That was Blast Me Industries. Lonnie said it's okay. Lonnie said I'll turn my corset inside out. Matthew Burrows here. He's saying, hello, what's going on? I see YouTube have removed Richard Vobe's videos. I don't know who Richard Vobe is, but okay. Listen, days are numbered here on YouTube, mate, right? That's why I'm trying to pump Rumble. Go and subscribe at Rumble, please. Actually, right, my subs are going up there. Thank you, everybody, by the way. What happens to the Jews forgot to wear their cap? What? This is what happens when Jews forget to wear that. It is. It all leaks out. All the electricity leaks out. It's true. I must admit, though, I'm going to brush my teeth. Okay, well, that works out. It's great being a priest, Ted. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. This shows you the level of my insanity. I didn't really read the words, right? I saw a big P and a big T, and I just thought you were talking about Paris tits, right? Just like, well, what else would you use those letters for, right? And it says, no, it's being a priest tit. That's actually true. Anyone hear about Elon Musk is blowing up? Oh, really? Did it? Oh, dear. I'm sorry. On 420? No. Oh, well, let's go look over there. 1 second. Did it go down? I'm really bummed. I love Elon Musk. I bet somebody did it. Here we go. Doesn't look like no. It's taking off literally right now. On its 11-second clip. Right? It's taking off. Good for you, Elon Musk. Here, 1 second. Oh, I will download the clip. We will marvel at his muskness. I just love that he's so funny as well. Right? Oh, I mean, really? Can we just put Elon Musk in charge of all technology, like social media? I think that'd be for the best. I do. I do think that'd be for the best. I do think everybody have much better technology, and things will work better and it'd be happier. Like it was talking about how overstaffed Twitter was. But look at this. There you go. It didn't get much further, but it did well on the first few seconds. So well done. No, it's fine. I don't know unless it blew up. I don't know. Where am I up to? Fine. The Rabbi's temporarily out of commission. Yeah. Fine. I thought I had to get word out. I was running up and downstairs. Yeah, it went tits up. About 7 engines blew holes, and the launch pad went out of control and exploded. Really? But apart from that, Grace, it looked fine. I'm like literally looking at it from 3 hours ago. Yeah, no, it totally didn't blow up, mate. All right, yeah. Is it a reusable craft? Is that what it is? I don't even know what the deal is. Fine, no, it's totally fine. And I can't get that Twitter status. What does Twitter status say? Wonder if Ninja the Cat is dangling from the fiber optic line. It could be. But SpaceX experienced a rapid, unscheduled disassembly before super heavy separation, and is now one step closer to the final success. It was an absolute breathtaking event. Well, that seemed pretty good. Bud Light, baby, Bud Light. Sponsored by Bud Light. They should have dildos sponsored by Bud Light now. I mean, that's really where they are. I agree with the local synagogue. Probably cut the wires. You're not wrong. Although my brother-in-law had it even worse. Like, okay, this is how shitty Jews are, okay, and how common this is. My brother-in-law, who is was on the board or the president of his local synagogue, and it's not like it's a reform synagogue, right? So. It's like, to me, it's like, well, if you don't worry about, kashrut or anything, really, go, just like, why worry about it? Everything's cool. Like, you're not going to have people say, oh, this is a violation of this arcane law, because I don't know, but man, they went after him like they were going to sue him because they were pissed with him. God, that thank God that didn't happen to me, but boy, you're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. Oh no, he's back. There you go. To paraphrase Rabbi, it's Rabbi's alive. Appears Rumble has not reconnected yet. Oh, really? Let's have a look at Rumble. Rumble's been having real trouble today. Okay, 1 second. Let's see how it's going. Rumble, yeah, the servers blew up a couple of times. It looks like well, there you go. It's working. There's plenty on the tap. It's Ridhima 2244 is here. How you doing, Ridhima? I'm sorry, I didn't even look at Rumble. I feel bad. Ridhima 2244, how are you? And the Canadian Ox is here. The Canadian says, I stopped watching the train wreck that became Doctor Who years ago, but I keep my eye on it to see if somebody actually comes to their senses and finds every related Doctor Who for the last 5 years or so. Well, that's what I thought was happening, frankly, right? I genuinely, that's what I thought was going down. So I think that actually did happen. However, I think Ralph C. Davis wants to show that inclusivity or whatever can work if done correctly. All right, that's what I think is going on with him. Here, let's pull up a bit of Shooty and Millie again, because it's always good. I mean, these are definitely going to be Doctor Who magazine covers. I would be surprised if not. I mean, if not this month, next. I mean, these are so perfect for covers. And again, I'm really intrigued to see what it's going to be. But I'm not ready to say no. I'm not going to watch this at all. If I should have just waited, the next thing is, you said Rumble's back. Don't think is that Lisa resembled the universe of Classic Who in some way. I'm unconvinced as well. That's pretty darn reasonable to be unconvinced, right? Now, but did you think the 2005 to 2017 years did? I felt it did. Right, a lot of people didn't. Right, a lot of people really didn't. Right, I felt it did. The pictures look rather pantomime Doctor Who villain, depending on how what characters were actually written. Could work as long as the messaging, the critical drinker, is not false. That's true. I mean, like Paul Soder says, he thinks it's out. All of McCoy's first season, like, yeah, but we all agree all of McCoy's first season was shit. Like, I hate to tell you that this is somebody who likes McCoy, right? All of his first season was shit. You had the good special effects of Time and the Rani, but the awful script, the terrible music, the unconvincing aliens, the bad monsters, and Sylvester McCoy not really knowing what he's doing, right? It didn't really work out, and Bonnie Langford, right? And then you had the even weirder Paradise Towers. That was just bizarre, right? That's bizarreville. That, like, Mel's going for a swim, and she meets these two mad old ladies. Then you got this muscle-bound guy who isn't muscle-bound. Richard Bryce is there. Nothing about it works, right? Nothing about it works. But the one thing you can say about Paradise Towers is it's marginally less agonizingly awful than Delta and the Bannermen, right? Delta and the Bannermen, again, I think there might be a good 45-minute episode in there if you edit it and heavily, add in special effects. But it was shit, right? It was shit. And then Dragonfire I like, but I don't know if I would just succumb to Stockholm Syndrome by this way. And why? Why can we not have somebody do a special edition, right? At the end of episode 1, right? This is really easy to do, and you can do this in varying degrees of complexity, right? When you have the insane cliffhanger, you can do a different backdrop, Photoshop in a different backdrop, where you can have, like, he's walking along and the thing he's walking along gives away, right? And he you can probably even edit in a shot clock, like, right? And bet you could find one somewhere. And then you basically Photoshop that that's why he has to climb down, right? And maybe there was a ledge he was going to go to, and that also breaks off. And then you have a cliffhanger that actually works, right? That's not that much work, and it would actually really help. Yeah, exactly. So my point is this, that Dragonfire was the only watchable story in season 24, and that was because probably that was the last one, will be my guess. Or just dumb luck, or we just got used to how bad it was, right? Our standards got massively low. But then you come back with Remembrance of the Daleks, and it's like, it's a different universe, right? Yeah, so I find it creepy in the wrong way. I stand by what I said. I find after 6 years. I hear you. I hear you, brother. Look, you can't keep putting out weird shit and not expect people to not get out, right? I'm the weird one for not getting out, right? That's the point. You can't keep putting out weird shit and say, oh, that's, like, where'd you go? We live in weird times, right? Come back, Chris and Jody. It's almost all forgiven. Nothing's forgiven. Fuck off. Never come back, right? Let me be clear. Fuck off and never come back, Chris and Jody. What else? 120. Man, I'm half an hour behind on the chat. I thought I nearly caught up. Not me. When we're watching season 14, and I can say, I think, and then Dragon, I'm out. Fair enough. Again, Matthew J is here. How you doing, Matthew J? What's going on? All 4 volumes of the 8th Doctor comics fits me too. I love them. And we'll get them out to prove I'm not going insane. Personally, I always wanted the 8th Doctor strips to be canon, because it's not long before you'll be able to show them to an AI and they'll animate them for you, and they can do the voices, right? Yeah. It's not long, really. Like less than years. It's like not many years. All you need to do is have people write the applications. What else I want to do is even having that's about watching the 60th. I keep fucking up. What can you do? Like, again, You really can't keep putting out weird shit like this and expect people to be okay, right? Maverick Chen, the one guest star to rule the world. Maverick Chen, check this man's hard drive. Carrying 899. Oh yes. There's a reason I dip my hard drives in acid every night, mate. Like no one's ever gonna know the filth I do. The afro, face green smile. She looks okay. He looks like a joke. Paul doesn't like. Oh, you think Millie looks good? He looks good. I think it looks really cool. I do. He looks ridiculous as Woodhouse 122. Listen, mate. They fucked everybody off recently. The heart is the captain of the ship, and that's the thing they've really got to realize. The heart is the captain of the ship, and when you fuck people off, and they've been fucked off a lot. Look, I think Mandalorian season 3 was good, but I think because they fucked people off, people weren't willing to give it a chance, right? I think Westworld got destroyed because people thought it tried to fuck them off, and it really didn't. I think. Does nothing in any way. Yeah, it's like why? Yeah, baby, shagadelic. Can't wait for Doctor Who. Sorry, we acted out with Michael Jackson. What the hell is he going on? What the hell is going on here? I don't know. I think it looks good. It's going to be. You think it's going to be worse than Rosa? I disagree. Well, the proof's going to be in the pudding. Listen, if it's shit, I will dedicate my every waking moment to ripping it to shreds. Okay, rest assured. If it is shit, you will have the most epic content that goes on forever. And like if it's shit, it will be my life's mission to humiliate it in every single way. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, right? It is not a good idea for it to be shit, right? I mean, if it values any existence. Who is the orange-haired creature? We don't know. Jinkxed Monsoon. Jinkxed Monsoon is the winner of Drag Race, and she's a recurring character, the most powerful villain of them all. Rusty Davis has said. So I don't know. He's certainly bigged her up a bit. It's the Wicked Witch. Hard no, says Darren M. No, it's the costume for your character. Yeah, I'm convinced he's only there because Rusty was sleeping with him. I was going to say that, right? Something along those lines of the thumbnail. But yeah, you're not wrong. Council Doctor Who, please, says Matthew Brothers. People are not giving this a warm reception. Okay, BBC, if you're watching, I'm the one defending it. I'm not even defending it. Doomsday Trailer was better than that. Oh, it must be up to the video. No, Doomsday Trailer was worse. I disagree with you. I think Jinkxed Monsoon is putting in a performance that is the performance that she's been paid to do. I don't think Seuss has the ability to performance. She's like a one-note person, right? And that's why it just was so generic, right? This isn't generic. It's just how does this fit, right? Fine. It looks like something like a Queen of Hearts that Alison. Exactly. That's exactly what it looks like. It's lost its mother and forgotten what Doctor Who is. I see. I can't say that without seeing it. I really can't. I have to see it first, right? I have to see it. Once I see it, I'll have I'll say yay or nay, right? But this pisses me off. This pisses people off of me all the time. Like I was on the fence about Barack Obama most of his first term. I'm like, well, he's saying the right things. Let's see, maybe I don't know. Bring back Stephen Moffat, always forgiven. He don't forgive anything. Please more Stephen Moffat. Yes, it's Doctor Who's fantastic. BMG Excalibur says, honestly, Doctor Who is starting to look like a freak show. Yes, it is. You're 100% correct. Yes, it is. It's starting to look like a freaking freak show. You're right. Right? I agree with you completely. Doctor in name only. I can only say that after I've seen it, right? It's not absolutely going to be shit. Just probably, says Colin Archer. I don't know how probable, right? I'm okay. Here's the thing. It looks like it's going to be shit, right? But I am open-minded to it surprising me. You're giving Ross the benefit of the doubt because you have respect for his work. Yes, that's correct. I'm telling you now, if this fucked up, I'm going to be laughing all the way to the banks. Listen, we're all crying if this is bad, right? Christian will kill with it. Rusty was resurrected to do more inhumane experiments on it. It's looking that way, isn't it? I mean, it's not like, no, that cannot be. It's definitely looking like that. It's a walking corpse at this point. Okay, people, it's okay. I just want to say, if BBC are listening, it's not going well. Okay, my audience are not on board. I want to be clear. Hi, Tzvi, I hope you're doing well, and thanks for keeping us going. Well, you know, it's a dirty job, but somebody has to. How many Gibson's toys do you think Rabbi is going to buy? All of them. Especially, you know, the Millie Gibson bounce house. Oh, yes. I'm never climbing out of there. It's actually my kid's birthday. They're like their 24th, 25th birthday. And they had a bounce house when they were a kid. They really want a bounce house again. And so they might be doing their birthdays with friends of ours, right? So I'm like, we should so get them a bounce house. They would love it. Trouble is, one that's pregnant, they wouldn't be able to go on it. It blew up instead of separating. I don't know what that means. It should lift and separate. I should have expected a neighbor story. No, it wasn't. Rumble required a refresh. Oh, yes, she does. Rumble was lagging today, much like my avatar. So, yeah, all that, and the uploads and stuff, the setting up the streams, everything's been dodgy with Rumble, right? Rumble has been totally dodgy, right? Mando finale should have been episode 2. Inflatable Millie Gibson. I would buy it. I would buy that. Yes, I think we all should have that. We all should have an inflatable Millie Gibson. Fine. So I think that's the state of Doctor Who. I think we address that quite broadly, right? I think we address it quite broadly. Let's have a quick non-spoiler review of Picard season finale, because if there could be a perfect episode of Star Trek delivering everything you could possibly want, yet not being cliched or hokey, but actually knocking it out the park in every beat of the episode, that is this episode, right? So the at the end of last week, we saw the Enterprise D, and it was glorious. This week, we see it in action. We see the TNG crew in action again and older. We get visuals that are perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. I love the storytelling of the insane children that are taken over by a collective and are destroying us. This is a spoiler for the first nanoseconds, okay? Not even in the episode. The whooshy Star Trek thing, you know, we used to be Strange New World, you'll get the Enterprise, and it goes the Star Trek logo, and then you had the Titan go, whoosh, doing it with Picard. This week, you get the Enterprise G. Enterprise D. Oh, it is gorgeous. It is a thing of beauty, and there are member bearers there, but they're not member bearers. It's a like they're shots that like reference things that you know, and I don't want to spoil a thing, right? But there's shots that like reference things that are ingrained into you, and you don't realize are ingrained into you, right? From TNG, perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. And then, excellent action. It's a fantastic action episode with just great Starfleet, high octane action. fantastic character scenes for everybody, especially Wolf, Riker, and Picard. Wonderful. Patrick Stewart is a standout in this, taking the character Picard to new places, right? Genuinely taking him to new places. I don't know who plays his son. He is a standout star, right? You can build a franchise around him really easily. Absolutely a standout star. And just, as I said, genuinely delivering the emotional beats that you've wanted all your life. This is the perfect sequel to Next Generation. This 10 episode, it just, and yeah, we had some clunky plotting at the end of, and that's why I want to rewatch episode 9 and 10 together, because I think it's supposed to be watched as a movie. I think in a movie format, that clunky plotting would actually work a lot more, because you want to get to this episode 10. You want to get there because it's so incredibly good, right? It just so delivers. There's surprise cameos which work very well. There's again, I want to think about things early without spoiling it. Like again, every character gets really fantastic moments. The end of it though is interesting, because the last 5 minutes are after the credit scenes. I was what I would call them, right? They were like little scenes that you expect to get after the credits, like oh, and there's like 6 or 7 of them, and they're all good. The final shot of the actual show, before you get to all these after credit scenes, essentially, but the final shot you have of the TNG crew is it represents such a wonderful, perfect understanding of the TNG crew, and it made me want to go back to watch Encounter at Farpoint, to go through that emotional journey, that character journey. And that character journey that was really pointed out and defined by Terry Matalas in this one episode. Yeah, it's excellent. I mean, excellent beyond excellent. I can't wait till SFX magazine's out. It's actually got something I want, which is an in-depth interview with Terry Matalas where he talks about Star Trek Legacy, which I would be very surprised, right? Very surprised indeed if it doesn't come out, right? If that doesn't happen, the Picard has done better than I think everything else. It reached the top 10 of streaming. Everyone said it's nostalgic. It's not just nostalgic. It's used nostalgia in a specific way, like an artist uses a brush, right? It uses nostalgia in a way that is actually saying something rather than just using it bluntly to get a reaction. It's using nostalgia, as an artistic tool, in the same way Quentin Tarantino would use violence or comedy. Yeah, it's a legitimate use of nostalgia, and it's perfect for that, right? It really is. This is the template. I mean, again, he seems like he wants to do Star Trek Legacy. My vote, Terry Matalas. If you're up for this, either a similar 10-part series with DS9, because I felt they were left out a little bit from this. They could have put them in here, or a 10-part series with the first Romulan War. The old Enterprise crew has to come out of retirement for war. I think they could, because then I think that could all really work, right? I think that could all be. I'm not sure how that matches up with the timeline, but I think that could work quite well. Fine, that's a mini review, spoiler free, of Star Trek Picard episode 10. Man, it's worth watching the whole season to get it. It is freaking perfect, mate. I absolutely perfect. Fine, another great story that we're going to be talking about is Mandalorian, right? So this is I accidentally grabbed this screen grab. They've got a lot of them, 380, because there's just a lot. This is a high action episode, right? But let's do a whole season recap. But this is so I grabbed this by mistake, but it actually it's very indicative. It's a good one to have because this is kind of a fulcrum moment. Connor Archer is talking about Picard. I've seen several comments noting that the original TNG crew were all there, apart from the obvious reason Denise Crosby and Will Wheaton. I don't know what the obvious reason with Will Wheaton is. I thought it was on the was he sleeping with someone? I have no idea. And Denise Crosby, because she left or she's old. What are the obvious reasons? I really don't know. Okay, if you can tell me in code, I'll be really interested. Right? Okay. Will Wheaton, he's there. He's in everything now, isn't he? That Will Wheaton ready room is excruciating. Right? It's absolutely excruciating. Like everything. I only see clips of it when they put it on Red Letter Media to take the piss out of it to show how awful it is. Because it's genuinely awful, right? It is absolutely genuinely awful. Fine. He's a prick. Well, okay then. Fine. Let's talk about Mando, right? Or Mando Lady, right? Or Lady Orion, right? So, essentially, at the end of season 2, we'd reached a natural finale, right? I think it's we had. Yeah, so we had this story of Baby Yoda and Mando meeting up and forming a bond, right? That's essentially a Western that led through it, and I think that basically worked very, very well. I think it was very strong. That's the first season. Second season, it going much more into who Baby Yoda was. You build up Moff Gideon a little bit, and then we had the wonderful Luke Skywalker reveal, and it seemed they were going off in a different direction from the sequel trilogy. Seemed very exciting, right? Then. Season 3, I kind of a massive handbrake turn, right? It's the in narrative, right? It seems to be going in a very different direction. So I believe, this is what I believe is going on with Jon Favreau. I think he's staying around because he thinks it's not. He thinks it's not over, right? He's biding his time to see who wins this war. If Kathleen Kennedy wins out. If Kathleen Kennedy wins out, well, he wins out. But I think he's there in case Star Wars can be saved. I might be just being very nice to him, right? I might just be looking at it, but that might be what's going on. And I think he's making good money as well. But I think he's there to make the best product possible. And for as long as possible, and they got quite a long time, avoid it running into the directly to the sequel trilogy. Now you say, well, Tzvi, we got the Praetorian Guard here. Yeah, but it can these. I think these were a great addition. I would like to know more about them, quite frankly. I think this is the thing that worked in The Last Jedi. It's the only thing that worked in The Last Jedi. I liked it a lot. But I still see it can veer off in a totally different direction, right? I don't think that everything is set until Kathleen Kennedy it goes, and I think she could go overnight. If the rumors are true, there is a rift. There is a big rift between her and Bob Iger. I don't know who can win that fight, but I think there is hope at least that Bob Iger take out Kathleen Kennedy. If that happens, Star Wars can be saved. Right? From this point, Star Wars can be saved. Now, there is the Kathleen Kennedy agenda of female representation, right? Or domination, right? Which is more, right? Which this met the remit of it, right? Definitely did. 100%. It veered off into more about Bo-Katan. She was definitely the hero of this season. Until this episode, right? But she was... certainly the most active, proactive, heroic person in the season. So again, we veered off in it. So now we do this handbrake turn, right? It's first we have the Mando episodes in Boba Fett, which is please can you just put them together as an interlude, right? I keep meaning to edit that together. I might well do that. Because they've numbered the episodes of Mandalorian, right? So I'll just do interlude. Dun, dun, dun. Where he gets his new ship and Baby Yoda comes back. I think that's quite an easy edit job. I really got to get around to doing that. That would be awesome. So there's that, and the what was I going to say? So yeah, so he's getting. So it starts off here. He's got his new ship. Baby Yoda's come back. He's decided he would rather be a Mandalorian than a Jedi, which is yeah. Again, it seems like really. Well, I mean, I'm happy to get them back together, so I didn't really question it. But like, really, yeah, we go more into Mandalorian culture in this one, which I like a lot. I mean, Mandalorian culture, very Jewy. Right, this is the way. Halakha, that's the what we call Jewish law. This is the way. The bar mitzvah. Again, the always wearing the helmet. It's weird and doesn't work. Right, I'm like, how? I don't you get sweaty? Right. I don't know. But I don't really care about the logic of it because I have enjoyed this whole season. Let's look up an episode, guys. I'll go over the episodes. 1 second. Dun dun dun. And yeah, I would happily rewatch this season. Mandalorian episode, guy. Honestly, I think Katie Sackle's very good, right? It's weird because I went back and I've been watching first season of Battlestar Galactica because I think she's been so good in this. I find her hotter now. Like, how old is she? Let's have a quick look. Katie Sackhoff. American, she's Canadian, I thought. She's 43. She's younger than I thought. So in Battlestar Galactica, she must have been really young. Hey, I do think she looks better. Anyway, let's go to episode guide. Doink. So fine. So, whoop, wrong thing. What happened there? Oh, there you go. Now I've lost the window. Ah, no, not there. There you go. Found it. Fine. Episode 1, The Apostate. So what was that? This is one where they it starts off with the Mando bar mitzvah, right? And they yeah, when she's getting the helmet and for some reason living somewhere where giant monsters are eating them, it doesn't work. Mando flies in and saves everybody. Look, Mandalorians are getting their ass kicked too much in this. Essentially, that's my big complaint, right? So he's like, look, if I go to Mandalore, Mines of Mandalore's Bay, I think I can do it, right? Will I be clean against this? She goes, this is the way. Well, attempt to leave Navarro. Oh yeah, and then he tangles with the pirates. Pirates, I found like an intro, oh yeah, bad writing in this one as well. Yeah, he said, oh, and I got to get IG-11 back. But he goes crazy and he can't save him, and so he's like, no, I need IG-11, only IG-11. So he has to go off to a different planet to try and get something. But in the meantime, he goes to see Bo Kryze, what's the name? Bo-Katan Kryze, to whatever, to say she's going to Mandalore, right? So next episode, Mines of Mandalore, excellent. Bo-Katan Kryze comes in much, is the hero of the episode, but it's a great episode. Listen, I love the villain. The villain in this was fantastic. That like android thing with it went to different bodies. Had great fight with Bo-Katan with the Darksaber, knowing how to wield it. Very entertaining, right? Good baby Yoda, like everything. I like the so yeah. This is an example. It's a episode that really worked. So then we take this weird the convert, right? So she ended up in the waters, so she's also bathed, and now she's becoming kind of more like more of the orthodox Mandalorian. She's kept her helmet on, right? So they go back to her house and find that her castle's been destroyed by TIE fighters. So it must be something to do with, what's the name? Admiral Thrawn is getting about a bit, right? Meanwhile, you have another story. We have Dr. Pershing on Coruscant with and it's like his rehabilitation and being duped by this transy looking woman who's evil, who's a convert for the Empire, but not really. And he ends up getting his mind reaved, which apparently means they get all the information from him that they want. And he's probably dead, right? So I didn't really understand any of that one. The Foundling, I love this one, right? With the flashback to Order 66 with what's his name, Armin Best as the super cool Jedi. Oh right, so this one they start talking about Mandalorian training. It's kind of cool, and for me all this works. I like this. This feels like authentically. No, this doesn't feel. This feels like authentically in the Star Wars universe. I feel the story is a bit meandering and doesn't know where it's going at this point. But the flashback is fantastic, where you see the night of Order 66 when he meets this super cool Jedi. That was great, right? So the next, and at the beginning, this was a great episode. I did like this episode. The kid, the bar mitzvah kid, gets snatched up by a giant bird thing, and Bo-Katan goes to who's now more religious, goes to fly. Is the only one who has a ship to be able to find out where it is. And so she leads a mission to save the kid. It's Mandalorians being Mandalorian. Again, I wish they were a little bit more badass, right? Which they're not, right? Things take them too long to kill. And especially when we reach the season finale, right? I think they need to be a bit tougher. Although in the last episode they were. But generally speaking, excellent episodes, right? So then, it goes back to Apollo Creed's planet, and there's these what's it called again? Pirates, right? Pirates are taking over and attacking it. So in exchange for a place to live, all the Mandalorians come and take out the pirates. The armor is awesome. Right, I freaking love the armor when she goes into combat. It's again, I like that exploration of the culture. For me, that sort of stuff is really working. So the Mandalorians now have a home on Karga's planet, on Apollo Creed's planet. So then the armor says, "Okay, Bo-Katan, take your helmet off because you can unite all the Mandalorians." So there's only 2 tribes so far. But because you can have hat on, a hat off, it's all cool, baby. Meanwhile, Moff Gideon has escaped, right? So the infamous Guns for Hire, the one that everybody hated, right? Everybody hated with Lizzo and Jack Black. They got to go. So they got their band of Mandalorians that Bo-Katan wants to recruit back. And they are on the planet of Lizzo and Jack Black, and it's a stupid planet where everyone's indolent assholes and the worst people ever, right? And they basically sort out their problem with Christopher Lloyd, who gives a shit, and they come back. And he they pledge allegiance to her when. Din Djarin gives the dark saber to Bo-Katan because she won it in combat in the 2nd episode. Fine. So the spies were the penultimate one where they decided to go and retake Mandalore, and Moff Gideon is like, "No, we will deal with the Mandalorians." Grogu gets a IG-88 suit he can run around in. It's pretty good. So they go. This is the planned retaking of Mandalore. So they go down there and they find starving Mandalorians there, still doing the Mandalorian law, and they're there to find the Great Forge, right? And they get there and they find an Imperial base, and they get. 1 second, think. Instead, they find an Imperial base, and they get themselves ambushed, right? Leading to this moment, right? So this is Doomcock, who his theory, and I think it's a pretty strong one, is that this is Jon Favreau signaling that his vision had been derailed, because this Mandalorian was always represented by Jon Favreau, right? He's the one with the big gun. I like this Mandalorian. So he takes on the Praetorian Guard after killing a bunch of. Oh yeah, so now Moff Gideon's got a whole bunch of new stormtroopers who have Mandalorian armor, and they're basically like Mandalorian troopers, right? They have all the Mandalorian, which as we're going to see. And they get trapped. Din Djarin is captured, and Bo-Katan uses the Darksaber to hack her way out of a security door, so the Mandalorians can escape. But Din Djarin is captured, right? So that's where we're starting up from. Okay, fine, but yeah. So I thought it was quite apt that we had the screen go dun, 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 and this is always the sign of bad Star Wars, I'm afraid. Always will be the Disney Star Wars logo. Fine, so the Bo-Katan is legging it from the Imperials. There's a guy flying up and saying, "Oh, the Imperials here. You have to tell them to everybody to evacuate." I do like this Mandalorian who's flying up to into space. I like that they can do that. That's pretty darn cool, right? And so this is the Imperial Mandalorian forces, who I believe are clones as well, right? And lots and lots of very cool Mandalorian fighting in this, like lots of cool. Okay, so Din Djarin is captured, but he's Din Djarin, and he fights him off. Great fighting. Right, great Mandalorian fighting. It's just, but they have like flamethrowers and all the Mandalorian stuff as well, like the lasso thing that comes from their thing. But then, as he's taken down, Grogu comes back and saves us. No, because his IG-88s are going to go no. So apparently that's I don't know what that is. It's making him feel better somehow. And they get, yay, Baby Yoda, we love it. So there's a great scene. Again, delivering, really, absolutely delivering, where he says, "Okay, Baby Yoda, we have to go through this together and take out Moff Gideon once and for all. You and me together. Are you ready for this, Baby Yoda?" Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Yes! Dun, dun, dun. The return. Okay. So Bo-Katan's forces legging it, and they fight, and they eventually find shelter. Meanwhile, all the TIE fighters take off, and they're going to take out the Mandalorian forces up above, right? And meanwhile, they're tracking Baby Yoda, who's apparently got a green dot, and Din Djarin got a red dot. Said, "Oh, I'll use my Mandalorian armor to go get them." And I didn't realize he's cheating so much. He's got cyberneticized Mandalorian armor, so he's got like super strength. Bit of a cheat, I think, but never mind. So they're going looking for him and said, was it Red, whatever his name is? I'm going to need your help, buddy, to find where we're going. So I like that he's able to like scoot around on a on his hobby things. And this kind of makes me feel like Droids but live action, and it really kind of works. Like you got the Imperial ones, like you have to watch out for. Does this seem very phallic to you? Seems very phallic to me. So they're looking for where Moff Gideon is, right? And he gets the schematics. Meanwhile, and I love this. Mandalorian flies just into space, right? And it's everybody get ready. There's a bit of an ambush, and instead of telling them to evacuate, he says, "Everybody, we got to go and fight. We got to evacuate the ship now because they're going to blow us up, right? Everybody get to the drop ship. So you got to battle for Mandalore, right?" Said, "I'll take the capital ship," and so it's very cool. They all jump out. They Mandalorian down to the drop ships, right? And then they head up. It's awesome. Okay, it was just awesome. And a great shot as the drop ships go down through the clouds, and then the TIE fighters come right up, and the bombers, right? It really is great. So good aerial battle. He turns on the batteries, right? But he has a plan. Okay. Meanwhile, so this is another awesome scene, right? This is another freaking awesome scene. It's for some reason, there's a bunch of these gates up. And so it's okay, Red, I want you to disable them when I tell you, one at a time. And so it's got Mando just going, taking on all these like Mando, all these Mando troopers. And he goes, okay, you wait here or whatever. And again, great fighting scene after great fighting scene, right? And he's picking up different weapons as he goes through. Really excellent, right? Just really excellently delivering. And keeps going, but the Imperial droid finds him. And so he can't open the last one. Fine. And so he's got to go and deal with them. But finally, he gets through the last one and takes them all out. Great scene, right? And then Red's got to go and fly off. So now, next thing they find is Moff Gideon's secret plan, which is all these clones of Moff Gideon, but he's managed to isolate the Jedi gene, the Force user gene. So, so he's going to be like super invincible, right? He'll be a Jedi, a Mando Jedi Imperial. So they blow up all his clothes. Meanwhile, Mando's doing Mando shit, being Mandos. They arrive. They arrive at this secret garden to hide out and regroup. See, again, for me, this feels like an alternative culture in the Star Wars universe. This matches really the Jedi culture. I like having the Mandos and the Jedis. It feels like organic to the same universe, right? And I think it's working. Again, Katie Sackhoff, fantastic through this, right? How old if she's 43 now? So she must have been 22. She must have been really young in Battlestar, right? And I say, look, old plants are growing again, right? We cultivated farms. Life always finds a way. We will rebuild Mandalore for the Mandalorians. So reinforcements show up, and they're like, they go into battle, and I do have this tune for Rocket Robin Hood going through it. Dun 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 dun. It's Rocket Robin Hood, and they all fly on their jetpacks. But it's so cool, and it's kind of, I do feel this meshes with the the morning serialness feel that George Lucas was going for. Maybe that's why this is working, right? And off goes the armorer into battle. It's awesome, right? It is awesome. Yeah, Bo-Katan pulls out the Darksaber, and onward to victory. It really is absolutely emotionally delivering with the action, right? Yes, that's why this works. It emotionally delivers with the action, right? And they fly into combat against these Imperial Mandos, and it's awesome. There's a doink, and they're like hacking bits off each other. I like the armorer's battle hammer, right? I think that's pretty darn cool. So Mando's looking for Moff Gideon's got the slick Mando moves, and they basically get hurt in this way. Then finally you meet me, and he's with his huge mechy battle suit, right? One of Bo-Katan's Mandos is also a professional wrestler called Mercedes Moan, formerly Sasha Banks when she was in the WWE. She managed to tornado DDT Boba Fett in season 2. I don't know what tornado DDT is, but that sounds like a sex thing, and good for Boba Fett. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so now we're at I think a satisfying final confrontation, right? This is the same satisfying final confrontation as the Emperor and Darth Vader with Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. This is born throughout the plot, right? And had been built up. So yeah, I think I think this is just everything carries on. This, along with everything else in the episode, absolutely excellent, right? So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you," and he puts in his Mando helmet, and it's a great battle to the death, and Moff Gideon is super stronger than Mando, and Mando's outgunned, but he holds his own. And then the Praetorian Guard show up again, and he has to fight them too. And again, I like the Praetorian Guard, right? I don't hold it against them that they were in what was it, Last Jedi? That was shit. There's time until there isn't. I think we got like a good 10 to 15 years before we really link up with the again, we got a good 10 years before we have to link the Mandoverse to the sequel trilogy. I think they can get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. If Bob Iger can take her out, oh, happy day. Then everything changes direction again, right? Absolutely. But again, I think that this was a good element. So the Praetorian Guard are taking out Mando, and I like their lightsaber-ish kind of weapons as well. Then in comes Baby Yoda. No. So they go and attack him. So that's not really the best of news because it's Baby Yoda, right? He's not like he's not that handy against these things that took out the Jon Favreau Mando, right? So maybe not the best of things. Okay, 1 second. And so he's cut off, and Moff Gideon's like taking him on. Meanwhile, the aerial battle. Oh, man, I love the armor. The armor is awesome. So this is real genuine depth in it because they're terrifying. And they're good enemies, and you don't know how Baby Yoda's gonna get through it. So they take out the IG-88 and he jumps out, and he's like he's able to run from them. Din Djarin's trying to get back there. I do like that the Moff Gideon and the Mando troopers, right, have flamethrowers as well. I think it's cool. Not fair. He's got like super strong hands, right? So he's knocking 7 stays the hell out of Mando because he's basically finding a droid. And then but again, the Darksaber looks awesome. Bo-Katan shows up, and it's and so now she has a final showdown with Moff Gideon, something that she's long dreamed of, right? Again, this is epic final countdown thing. This is because she was the one who took the he was one who really destroyed Mandalore, like really made it hurt. And so now he's got like this anti-lightsaber weapon, right, or whatever it is. Meanwhile, Grogu's in trouble, and in comes Mando and basically takes them all out as awesome fight. Another awesome, great fight. We have Bo-Katan versus what's it called again? Moff Gideon as General Mayhem goes on outside. Great fight with Mando versus the Praetorian Guard as well, who apparently also have Beskar armor, which is why they're there. Meanwhile, the capital ship is crashing, right? And he wants to crash it down onto the base. So he says, "All Mandalorians, get out! I'm going to destroy the Imperials," right? It's really fantastic. Meanwhile, destiny is being decided in this climactic fight, right? Which does not go well for Bo-Katan. She fights him, and he grabs it, and with this mechanized hand, he squeezes it so hard it crushes and destroys the Darksaber. Now I'm like, can't they rebuild it? Like, can't they repair it? I think they probably could. Call Luke Skywalker. I think they, maybe as a a nice gesture, he could help fix it, right? And then he's like, whips the helmet off, said, "Oh, I'll never surrender. Then you will die." Said, "But Mandos are stronger together." Pew, 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 right? Meanwhile, the capital ship is falling down. He shoots out window and flies off as all the Mandos fly out, right? And basically, it's just like they keep slugging away at each other. And as they're fighting to the death, right? As the ship falls and he's engulfed in flames, so he's finally dead. And it looks like they're going to die too. But Baby Yoda saves them. Oh, so cool, right? And the firestorm eventually burns itself out, and they have taken Mandalore, right? Yub yub, yub yub. Essentially, that's what we are. We're in yub yub territory. Good news for them, right? So now Again, this is so much Jewish lore as well, because we have this. This is all our tradition of returning to our homeland. So they're in the mines of Mandalore, and it's the first bar mitzvah where they get the with the waters of the mines of Mandalore, and they're redoing it. This is the way. This is the way. So then, okay, I cried. That's the yes. I not as much as I did in Picard. That was a lot. Yes, I cried a lot in Picard. So he's like, I want to take Baby Yoda as my foundling, my apprentice, right? He says, but he's too young to speak the creed. He can only stay a foundling. He's like, oh. So in that case, he said, in that case, I want to adopt Baby Yoda, Grogu, as my own. It was like just such a lovely moment. I cried, like, oh. And he goes, "This is the way. This is the way. This is the way." Junk, 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 junk. They do their gauntlets. This is the way. And you are now. Was it Din Grogu or Grogu? No, Din Grogu, right? And Din Grogu looks down in the waters, and deep down in the waters, there is the Mandalorian thing, right? Whatever it's called, that thing, right? A good omen for Mandalore as they now they reestablish the Great Forge, and Bo-Katan lights it, whoosh, and everything. It's all good news. They're all like, "Yay, Mandalore!" Da, da. Meanwhile, Din Djarin and Din Grogu fly off to the planet Hawaii, where the Imperials are hanging out, and says, "Okay, I got good news for you. I've got I've got to find work, and I'm available for a contract basis for anything you can't handle." Certainly, he's going to be working for the Empire unofficially, right? And in exchange, he wants that IG-88 head. Well, Grogu wants it, so it's fine. You give me that as a down payment. So okay, that's their setup for next season. Fine, here we can go. Moving on from here. And again, I feel this is a great stopping point. Hey, how you doing, Apollo Creed? We got some. He gives him like a little cottage he can go hang out in for helping out. Thank you. I hope you spend more time here. It said we got you a present as well. And in comes IG-11 or IG-12. I can't remember. IG new head been repaired. He's the new town marshal, right? Okay. So it ends up very, very nicely. He's on his little ranch with his little ship, and he just sits there and puts his feet up while Baby Yoda plays with a little frog in the Force, floating nicely in the air. And did you get an iris out onto them? And yeah, that's the end of the episode. Written by Jon Favreau. Based on Star Wars by George. It felt like based like Star Wars by George Lucas, right? I just think this one worked completely. Really, genuinely delivering everything you could want, right? Like emotionally paying everything off. I just think of that. I can't believe actually I haven't even let my thumbnails in. Blimey. Yeah, look, nice painting, nice place for it to end, right? I do think that this is a nice place. And if we never see it again, I'm fine with it at this point, right? I think we've had 3 excellent seasons, and I really did very much enjoy this season, right? I think this season was good. Man, I didn't get to any news articles at all. We'll have a quick look at Bounding in the comments, anything new coming up. But here, let me pull up some my kind as well. Wasn't DT banned as an insecticide as a insecticide as a symptoms? I do not know what it is. Here we got that. That. Is that everything? That's tomorrow's. Oh, I got agitated. Well, I'm going out for like brunch breakfast with my wife tomorrow, maybe. So I had to get a bunch of work done that I'll be normally be doing tomorrow. So tomorrow's show, I think it's going to be at 3 o'clock UK time. Where is it? It's great thumbnail, if I may say so. Right, if I may say so. Going. Share screen. That was the week that was. Did Russell just jinx Doctor Who? Quite possibly. Shooty and Millie, look awesome. Basically, what we did tonight, but I guess we'll find we'll do the media reaction to all this stuff, right? Which I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of they look good. I think they look good. Well, this was a weird week. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Then I don't know. Yes, let the hate flow through you. Yeah, we actually covered everything. Wow, look at that. Look at me. I'm quite impressed with myself. This dropped today. It was a roundup of Star Trekky news, and I am getting the Strange New Worlds Blu-ray. That totally talked me into it. Star Wars news. Mandalorians are space Jews. Mark Hamill screws up. The Favreau plan. Commanding, I think this might be ending today. If you haven't seen this video, go check it out because it's a good sell that you should avail yourself of. This is coming Saturday, I think, when we rank the best of David Tennant. This will be tomorrow. Stephen Gallagher want to do Doctor Who. This was today. And this might come tomorrow as well. I don't know. I don't know is what I feel about Doctor Who, right? Well, what's the new era? I don't know. I have no clue. Honestly, I have no clue, right? I have no idea. Will I like it? I don't know. Jinkxed Monsoon doesn't look that far off from Grot Bags for me. Genuinely, right? Without being a dick, just looks a lot like Grot Bags to me, right? So I don't know. I don't see how he can make it work, but if he can, I'm very, very, genuinely very, very happy, right? I'm genuinely very, very happy, but I don't know. But yeah, live in the moment, baby. That's what I say. Live in the moment. And another snafu. Right? Another snafu. Eki thump. I'm terribly sorry. I was just wrapping up, ladies and gentlemen. My computer just rebooted out of nowhere. I have no idea why. It's 420. Smoke would be got him. Man, do I agree with you there? Do I agree with you there? And I was in the middle of trying to start up my laptop to just on the show. So anyway, I'm not going to open up everything. Oh, it is all open up. Whatever. I'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock UK time. Be there, be square, baby. In the end broadcast, button, hitting again and saying good night, good luck.